everyone, this is Dress Storm.
And Twitchy.
Indeed.
And we are paying to induced. I pull my arm in short so I don't touch anyone.
But I moved
Because
my
it's
arm over,
2019.
so...
Okay,
yeah.
because it's 2019.
Well,
And you should ask before you touch someone.
that might not stay in. I don't know. I don't know if that's acceptable anymore.
What is acceptable?
Well, we're at the end of 2019, so I guess it's a lawless land.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's like
What will the next year bring?
Who
jail time.
knows?
Yeah, probably.
lots and lots of jail time.
It's unpredictable.
Is it? Is it, though?
But we do have some things that we can predict and look forward to.
Indeed. A jump cut.
I was actually trying to think of what to say next.
Yeah.
Although I do like my little segue.
Yeah, that was a good segue. No, that's not the right word. Segue. Segue? Am I saying it right?
Segue, yeah.
Okay. I'm not good with words.
It's just because it sounds foreign. 2020 is coming up, so we have a lot of things that we just want to, like, talk about, or, you know, there's just a general list of, like, the stuff's coming out.
Yep.
What is this video?
I don't know. What are any? Remember when you said we did so good on the Nemesis?
We did.
I'm like, it's never going to happen again.
Well, it was because we had one topic, whereas we have many topics this time.
Yes, many
Yeah.
topics. We already discussed one thing that's coming out.
Yes.
An entire video just to itself.
Yes, but we'll discuss it in, God damn it, because, oh, God.
Only because we desperately want to touch the monster booty.
Monster Booty Patrol Unit.
Yep. Those words mixed together, and I'm sure it sounded really weird. Because it did to my ear.
All right.
It sounded like Monster Patrol or Monster Petroleum Jelly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no.
I mean,
God.
like, if you want to do that.
That's about $5 extra.
Are we going to start with the thing that we already talked about? That seems like a good place to jump.
I guess, yeah.
Jump on it.
Should we go back and segue to it a little better?
All right, let's try. Should we do the entire thing again? Like, I don't remember what.
Jump it over.
Oh wait, we got the this, where I ended with the joke, and then you looking disgusted, and then jump cut. So we gotta let's just go straight up. How are we gonna introduce it? How did we start that? What is we doing?
I don't know.
I could stop it, and we could go back and see what it is.
Nah.
But that, why would we do things that make sense?
No, I'll just rage later in the week when I'm editing this. Why are we so unprofessional?
There's like 30 minutes where we're doing nothing.
Absolutely nothing but penis jokes.
Penis jokes and...
All right.
So there's a lot of stuff to look forward to in the new year, I guess is what the gist of this video is.
Yes.
If we
And
could
there's some stuff that I'm desperately not looking forward to, and I
Yeah.
figured I'd discuss that too, because I'm mostly having negative thoughts come the year.
Yeah, it's ironic that the year is 2020 because it's supposed to be like perfect vision, but this year's not looking too great.
Nope. In the form of movie-wise and game-wise.
In everything wise.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, things we're looking forward to?
Yeah.
That was a prompt for you to start talking about things you're looking forward to.
Why?
I don't know.
Remember, I talk too much.
I talk too much.
Final Fantasy VII.
No! We don't start with that.
We're starting movies, because we're kind of a movie thing.
Movies.
I'm going to
Full
unplug this
disclosure.
and just kind of like have it here. So I don't have to reach over. I mean, we're going to cut out me looking, but...
No, we're not.
Oh, we're going to have it all
Then
fine then.
sequel
I'll just
that-
fucking have this in my face.
Possibly
we'll cut it
looking
out.
forward
All right.
to.
I was joking.
All right, we're going... Let's discuss movies that we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
I have notes.
Notes. She took notes.
I took notes. I did something good.
Productive.
Production. No. Productive. I was productive.
That was
There.
like a robot malfunction. Production.
No.
Reboot. Productive.
Are you saying I'm a robot? Because I feel called out. You know I have problem interacting with other beings.
Problem. It sounds like something a robot would say. Anyway, you've got movies to talk about.
Let's talk about movies. I haven't watched the trailer yet, and I probably should have, and I took a note that I should have, but I didn't. But then again, the concept is amazing.
That's kind of out of nowhere since you haven't mentioned what it is yet.
Well, I was kind of leading into it. So I haven't watched the trailer, but it's a really interesting concept. and the main dude is someone I very much like. And it's the Ryan Reynolds movie, Free Guy, the one about being.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's good.
But watch the trailer. I just like the concept. I really need to watch the trailer, but I did not.
I have no idea what that is.
Ryan Reynolds is an NPC in a super violent world.
With
I don't know anyone else in it.
the guy that directed Ragnarok is in it too.
Oh,
The guy that directed Ragnarok?
I can't pronounce his name.
The guy that directed Ragnarok.
I can't pronounce his damn name, so because I know that he directed that movie, and he directed What We Do in the Shadows.
Directed Ragnarok.
God, sue me. I don't know how
I
to
am
pronounce his
gonna
damn
sue you.
name.
You could have just said TW. Or, I don't know, best director in the world. Yeah. Something. The guy that directed Ragnarok. The guy who was Korg.
I'm just hearing the J.J. Abrams code in my head.
Yeah. Not J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, not J.J. Abrams. I can't even say his name now because I'm too busy laughing.
Taika Waititi.
Waititi.
There you go.
All right. Which is amazing because he does amazing work and I love everything. And I itched my nose and I said I wasn't going to do anything and I did.
That's fine. It's all good. Nobody
all
expects
good
anything
in the
out
neighborhood.
Shut up.
Shut up. I feel
Too bad his tie doesn't play that.
What?
Oh, you mean
No, don't.
You mean
Don't do it. Don't.
You know he's going to. And now it's...
Look how loud that is. Now tuck your tie in.
No, I'm going to throw it up there.
All right.
God
it's
damn
so
you.
loud.
It was like, no.
All right,
Tuck
so
me in. I want to sleep.
I said a movie. Do you want me to just go through my entire list, or do you want to go? You want to do a movie, and then I'll say my thoughts on that movie?
My only movie?
Yeah.
No, I will say on the topic of Ryan Reynolds, I'm kind of over him just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. He's kind of been everywhere.
He is everywhere.
And it's not a good kind of where he's like just like it seems like he's been like the focal point for the last couple of years, and I'm kind of just done with it.
True.
And he was never really an actor that I liked anyway. He kind of does the same thing in every movie.
He does. That's kind of him.
And I kind of get burnt out on actors when it's just them in a movie, unless they have a long established history of Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Or
I get you.
someone like that. But even then, I don't feel the need to watch a movie because of Jeff Goldblum, because I know he's gonna do
Jeff Goldblum.
It's more if he's in the movie, it's Jeff Goldblum playing Jeff Goldblum again.
Yeah. Always.
He should win an Emmy for that at some point.
Yeah.
Emmy Academy Award. Emmys are for TV.
So do you want me to do my next one?
Sure.
Next movie I have on my list, because I just kind of went through movies coming out, is Black Widow.
Oh.
Yeah.
I dare not speak of it, I think.
Literally what I said was not at all excited.
My thoughts on that are it's too late to pull the trigger on that.
It is too late to pull the trigger on that. And then originally it was just going to be a Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. And now they're releasing it in actual theater.
Which I'm like...
Comes out in May.
Yeah. Also, kind of a horrible thing that is kind of a thing about me. I don't like any female characters unless it's DC.
Or Michelle Rodriguez.
Or Michelle Rodriguez.
Because it can never not be Michelle. Michelle Rodriguez is great.
She is great.
A Quiet Place 2 is another one.
Quiet Place 2. Not on my list because I figured I didn't want to talk about it because there's only one reason I'd watch it, and it's because Cillian Murphy's in it.
Yeah, I don't actually think I'm going to watch it because... good concept for a one-off movie.
It's one of those movies where you didn't need the sequel. Yeah, this is a cash grab. I don't need this.
It had a good story. A lot of the screw ups that they had weren't totally big, so they didn't completely pull you out of the story. Mm-hmm. It was a good ending to it. It was one of those where it was sort of a happy ending, but not really. And I don't really care to see where they're going to go from there. It doesn't help. Spoilers for A Quiet Place. There was one heart-wrenching death that, that's a good, how do you top that? You don't. And so that's my thoughts on that.
All right. And my next movie is Birds of Prey, which I will not say the entire title of because it has a ridiculously long title.
The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Yes. And my thoughts of when I wrote this down was simply not exactly interested.
I'm interested in the Harley, as I can always be interested in the Harley. Vroom, vroom.
You gonna rev up your Harley? Vroom, vroom.
And I feel like her part is still going to be good because Margot Robbie is killing it as Harley Quinn.
She is.
The problem is the rest of the movie looks like shit.
She's killing it, and she's great, and that's about all the movie's got going for it.
I don't
literally.
think Ewan McGregor is going to do good as Black Mask.
They haven't shown anything, and like I'm really
They
like,
probably showed
That's
anything.
never a good sign.
No.
When they're like, he's kind of a big draw, and he's usually a pretty okay actor to
He
look
is.
forward to.
No.
I like him.
But
He's nice.
And Black Mask is a character we've not seen
Yeah,
except for
and-
in Gotham.
And we really like Black
Yeah.
Mask.
There's only one reason why we like Black Mask.
And it's
I mean, I
because
like Roman Sionis, but like,
yeah, but there's one movie and there's one part
it
and
like completely twisted Black
And I
Mask
don't
into
even
like
think
the
any
greatest
of the
character.
previews or
and
anything-
this is where we just drop in the clip of if I film a party, I mean we're gonna kill him.
And I don't even think any previews or anything they showed Black Mask.
They show him saying like yeah or something like
Yeah,
that, and
and
it's
I
like
think- yeah,
super
that's
quick,
it, yeah.
and that's all you see.
Yeah,
and then you don't even get to see both hyenas, which I'm like,
No. Yeah.
I'm not thrilled
Even in the
anyway
poster.
because originally it was supposed to be Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah, I know.
So I wanted like Catwoman and I wanted Poison Ivy and Batgirl.
Are you gonna who's it's Montoya, right? That's being played by the person where you're like, isn't she too old for that?
I think so. Yeah, I was like,
Because she was a thing like she was like they made a joke about her in the first Family Guy season.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't remember who it was now.
You have a phone.
Oh, I do have a phone. Right.
That is a thing, and we
Who
discussed since I
remember-
have notes.
Is
We
it
probably are just
Montoya and Birds of Prey? Is that what
yeah.
it is?
I would search that.
Buyers of Prey.
You
You didn't even watch Jeopardy.
I don't.
I love Jeopardy. Poor Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rosie Perez. Rosie fucking Perez is Renee Montoya. She speaks good and everything.
Family Guy joke.
Yeah, Rosie Perez. That was who I had a fit with
Yeah.
because I'm like, she hasn't even been a thing. Well, I don't think she's been a thing for quite some time. If she has, I haven't seen her.
I don't
think
even
what
know
face
her.
looks like, yeah.
I don't
I just
think
remember
know
that one Family Guy joke where like, I even gave elocution lessons to Rosie Perez. That was a terrible idea.
My next movie, since I think we got everything out.
Yeah,
about
we kind of vented about like we'll talk about these things more as like the months approach.
Yeah, as it gets closer and more comes out about it,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
An evolving news story, if you will.
Yes. Breaking news.
Breaking news from 2 months ago.
All right, Mulan.
Oh.
Which I put not excited at all. Which is what I put a lot of these down.
I was excited, and then I
Yeah.
wasn't, and then I was even less excited,
Yeah.
and now I'm just like, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
My biggest issue,
Is that it's not going to have music?
not even that, I could
Yeah.
see that I'm not like going for a little more serious,
Yeah.
but like, okay, so there's this whole thing from the one trailer where she's in battle,
Yeah.
and she like takes off her helmet, and her hair is like perfectly curled,
Oof.
and I'm like,
Helmet.
how does
Needs to be.
how does that work? And also, I don't know, she's supposed to still be kind of like dressed as a man until like the big
Yeah. Reveal.
showdown, and like they kind of play this off as like she's still dressed as a man, and then she like whips off all this armor and helmet. I may have just been misreading the trailer because I was already
Yeah.
I was like,
You were already in that zone.
yeah, but then like so she like whips off this helmet and her hair is like perfectly curled and she's doing all these flips and stuff, and it had like, I don't know, it had just a bad vibe to it. I'm like, the fuck is that?
I don't like that because they could have did like if this movie would be fine if they weren't doing it as Disney's Mulan.
Right.
It's that thing where it's like Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You expect to just see Jim Carrey, not the Riddler.
Right.
Where it says Disney's Mulan, I expect to go in and see the story from the original. They could have just called it Mulan, and then it could have been whatever it wanted to be. But the fact that they're attaching it to the original Disney Mulan, and then doing absolutely nothing like the original Disney Mulan, is what's annoying.
Yeah, and I think the most annoying part is they seem to have a lot of lines in the movie that reference the original movie. Like they reference like all the songs.
But it's one of those.
Yeah, kind of.
Do you see what we did here? We're making a reference to that thing.
That far superior thing, and also like the they shifted, which I guess it makes more sense. Like I don't know like Chinese lore,
Yeah.
all that well, but like they're going with a more witch character than the Huns.
I know a little bit about the original like lore of it, but like my brain's like.
Well, I mean, just like Chinese lore in general,
Yeah.
like different like characters, because the original
No.
Legend of Mulan is a little more grounded in reality.
You mean there isn't a talking dragon?
Oh, well, see, this one's not.
Yeah, I
not
know.
Talking
This one
Dragon.
doesn't. Once again,
It's
the
gonna
fact that
be
they're
a
calling it
Phoenix.
Disney's Mulan. is
Mulan and then
upsetting.
having it be completely different
There's
is the
no
upsetting
more
bit.
bisexual representation.
True, that was a thing. He was even more interested in her when she was a man.
You fight good.
You fight good.
Oh God, that movie. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. That gets a hard pass. No.
All right, next movie on my list, which is another I don't care. Oh, actually, I think this is the first one where I just put I don't care.
I don't care.
And it's The Eternals. The next Marvel film
Oh.
after Black Widow. The one with characters I know nothing about, and Jon Snow's going to be in it. Yeah, Kit Harington's going to be in it. I think someone else is going to be in it, but like...
Angelina Jolie.
Oh, yeah, she's going to be in it. And then someone else. I have a phone.
I forget.
Like, there's quite a bit of names attached to it, but not names that I'm exceedingly interested
See,
in.
that's kind of what the Marvel movies became anyway. It's like, hey, look, this name is playing this person. We all know where I stand on most Marvel things.
Indeed. All right, let me click you so I can see who else is going to be a face. Because that's all you people are faces. That sounds super bad. Oh, that's right. Rob's going to be in it from Game of Thrones, apparently.
Why? He should have stayed dead.
Let me see if I'm right. If I know his face that much. Yeah, I'm right. And then... Oh, I just saw a news thing about, because this guy, I don't think he's in anything I've watched, but he got super ripped for the movie.
I kind of know him a little bit.
Yeah, I know him by face, but I don't think I've seen him.
pronounce that name.
But he just got like super ripped for the movie, and he's like, I could only do this with the trainers and stuff. And everyone's like, oh wow, you look really good, because he's like in his 40s, and I'm all like, that looks gross. I'm all like, because I'm not a fan of muscles.
I don't like a man with too many muscles. I didn't make him
For you.
And that's where that line goes, just so you know.
All right.
Your screen's going dim.
It's always going dim.
Dim sum.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of large muscles. So
You don't like large muscly boys.
no, I do not.
Small and scrawny, Kevin Spacey, 1998.
But I don't know. I like. It's weird because I can't say I don't like I like this better, and it's like no, I like about everything. I'm a really weird person because I'm like I like men with a little bit more meat on
I like
their
everything
bones.
and nothing.
Yeah, I'm very odd with what I like. So, next I have Sonic, which is coming out.
There was a trailer before A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood that was Sonic, and I was like,
And I put, nah.
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 Apparently the on topic, the effects team got fired.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I guess we'll see. The trailer got no laughs from me, except for the one that got me even from the first one. Where
Yeah.
I don't know.
I am very much on the conspiracy of that was always the final production. And they tried to get, not money,
Publicity,
attention.
yeah.
Attention for it.
I'm mostly in that boat. There's a small chance that they thought the original design was
Actually,
a
okay.
good idea. but there's the time window is a little sketchy. And so I very much I also feel like it was maybe that was a publicity stunt, but on the other hand, I don't know, with the way that they work like video game movies, oof.
I mean, yeah, the only good video game movie I've ever, really good, I have to because like there's Resident Evil, and they're not good.
No, I really like the first one and the second one, but the second one mostly just because of Nemesis. Otherwise, they lose the story a bit.
But neither are good movies.
Well, I consider the first one, it was good for what it was.
Yeah, but Detective Pikachu, which you have yet to watch.
Yes,
I liked.
But again, Ryan Reynolds doing Ryan Reynolds.
Yep, always Ryan Reynolds doing Ryan Reynolds. That sounds like a porn. I apologize.
There is a porn somewhere. Someone probably mashed up like two. There's a lot of footage just from Deadpool that they can use.
It's a what is it called now?
Deepfake?
Yeah, deepfakes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Or if you do it, send it to me. I'm just joking.
Nobody heard any of that. Like the microphone probably heard that, but nobody else heard any of that.
All right. Then I wrote Dune. Lots of people are in it, I think.
Dune.
I can't even remember who's all in it. I think Batista's in it.
Everyone's in it.
That's
Everyone's
the
in
joke.
Dune. Everyone is in Dune.
That's the joke.
Dune, dun, dun, dun,
All right, I think that's all we have to say about that, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's in Dune.
Everyone's in Dune.
I really need to. Brad Dourif is in the original Dune, I believe.
Watch the original.
I know. All right.
You never listen to me.
I never
I
listen
think
to
you
you.
like the things I tell you not to watch.
I know.
So I have to do the opposite and tell you to watch things so that you won't watch them.
Okay. Another really bad thing I have on my movie list, which I'm going to read you what I wrote next to it, and you'll probably figure out what it is.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready? Is this really coming out next year? God, my mixed feelings of the love of the character and the hate of the actor.
I'm drawing blanks because you say that about a lot of people.
I know. I have a lot of people I hate and a lot of characters I like. It's Morbius.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was never going to piece that together because that's like...
Morbius, the living vampire. Because fuck Leto.
Can right in the ass.
No.
No.
He'd probably do it too if you told him that he was going to be in a role that required
That shit.
sodomy. He'd be like, well, method acting.
Yeah.
Someone else
Yeah.
please say something. I'll just keep going to that screen.
But I really like the character.
He's not really on my radar.
And to be fair, I like a lot of weird characters, so. And like the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. Like I think I watched his episodes were on the most for some reason.
See, not for me. I always
They
remember the
had that
Venom
on
ones.
Disney
I know.
I think
She
I've
knows.
only seen the Venom ones like once, and it was when they had a marathon a couple years ago.
See, the Venom ones were almost always on. I think there was one that involved Lizard was on a lot.
I always saw the Morbius ones.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. The more you know.
I mostly watched the 90s X-Men, so.
I hardly watched the 90s X-Men.
It shows.
Well, I mostly watched X-Men Evolution.
Because a lot of your favorites come from Evolution.
Yeah.
Like Toad.
To be fair, I like Toad and everything.
Yeah, but I feel like it started.
It did start there. Oh, shit, my list disappeared. Why did I do that?
Well, because you used your phone to look up something. Technology, bitch.
All right, my next thing on the list is the
Chris
movie you're going to talk about.
Is it
Yes, it is.
the only movie I have to talk about this upcoming year?
Yep. Where I literally wrote, dumb name, interested where it goes.
That, of course, would be the phenomenal Halloween Kills. Cannot wait for it.
It's slightly better than the name of the next one coming out.
Yeah. Although, if you think about it, the next one makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
Like, what is Halloween
Until the
Killing?
next movie comes out after that.
But yeah, I'm, of course, like... I have yet to run into... Well, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, you can't say that because there's a couple you're not exactly fond of, especially that one that has nothing to do with your favorite character.
Yeah. But in context, like, anytime, like, someone could just say, like, Halloween, and I'm like, Michael? My boy?
It's my boy.
It's your boy. But yeah, so, like, immediately, though, it gets my attention when it's Halloween. And then of course, like with their marketing so far already, it's like it's phenomenal, and I like that they filmed them back to back, so it'll have a better chance of being continuity, at least for these next two. I'm actually not fond of how many characters they're digging up, because like we've only ever seen Lindsay twice, 3 times if you count the small cameo in Halloween 4, but other than that, it looks super exciting, and I'm excited to see how Michael escapes and how everything lays out, and how exactly these characters they're digging up are going to play into the plot. I hope they don't pull a dumb. But
they could pull a dumb.
They could pull a dumb, but I will watch it to the end.
I mean, talking about movies that pulled a dumb, you just gave me one that pulled a real dumb after having a super successful movie, in our opinion.
Yeah. That was
a thing that happened.
And they did even more dumb.
Yeah, and they remade the entire thing.
Yep. They massacred this boy.
They did.
They massacred him.
Obliterated him.
I already talked about that one movie earlier, and I don't really need to talk about it again.
Which was?
The Monster Hunter, and the fact that, oh, look who it's being made by, and oh, look.
You didn't talk about it on camera.
I know. All right, fine then. I'll do it now.
Do it now.
All right. So, Monster Hunter, another video game movie, being directed by the person who does video game movies, with the main character being played by a person best known for a video game movie.
Yep.
Literally, it's like, are you serious? Are we really doing this? Like,
this again?
Like, I'm like, is it the video game movie? And it's like based on a video game. I'm like, so it is. And then I'm like, and then it's like director, and I'm like, of course.
Damn it!
And then I scrolled a little bit farther, and then the main actress is going to be, and I'm like, really? Really? And it was all gonna happen.
Which I'm not even gonna watch it. I don't play Monster Hunter. The only thing that I've seen so far is the Resident Evil 2 DLC for Monster Hunter, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Shane's been playing it like crazy, so I've been hearing from him about it.
I'm not fond of it. It's not something that piques my interest, and I find it absolutely ridiculous that you'll have Leon and Claire swinging swords like it's $18.99.
Well, okay. Next on my list is New Mutants.
Yeah,
which I still don't think's coming out.
Until we see a trailer.
No, I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer's
I don't think it's
already out.
coming out.
Like
they released a trailer. I think they released like 3 trailers, didn't they?
I think so. Yeah.
Like it got full release trailer. They had fucking posters up in the goddamn theater, and then like we went to watch. Was it Joker that we went to watch? And I'm like, hey, New Mutants isn't here anymore.
Joker.
Yeah.
But it's had like.
Or was it Chapter 2?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Either way, the poster isn't up anymore. They've had like fucking 10 different release dates.
It's ridiculous.
I don't think it's coming out at
I'm
all.
over it. And I was super hyped for it. They even got Marilyn Manson to cover the song from the Lost Boys.
Cry Little Sister?
Yes, and it was a good cover. Sometimes his songs are hit and miss with me a little bit, but it was a good cover. And then they keep like fucking over the release date, and it was a good premise. It was a horror film superhero movie. And now the closest we're gonna get to that is the new Doctor Strange.
My next movie on my list is Venom 2, which apparently is also coming out next year.
I won't discuss
What?
this.
Apparently,
I'm
like they don't have a release date, but it's coming out next year. Apparently, it's in post production now. I think I saw on IMDb.
I've been told I'm unfair to Venom, so I have to leave it alone.
So I'm like, that's really coming out this fast? Well, it's not actually this fast. The other movie came out quite a while ago now. Time flies way too fast.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're eating heads.
But I'm really interested in just watching Tom Hardy be fucking crazy for like another hour and a half.
Every movie he does nowadays.
Yes. And just mumble talking the entire time and trying desperately not to hear what he actually sounds like under the accent he's trying to do.
Underneath it all.
In the end, doesn't even... I don't know why my brain went to that.
Yeah, I didn't no doubt, and you didn't give up.
Yep.
Mike and your brother was playing Linkin Park earlier.
All right, ready? Here's another movie where literally all I put is, why? Why? Why?
Why for? Screams the chipmunk.
Are you ready? Legally Blonde 3 is coming out this year. Well, next year.
Surprises me not.
And it's like, Really?
Yeah, it's been talked about for a while.
Well, to be
by
fair, it's
researchers,
been
too.
talked about since the second one came out.
Yeah.
But now it's tangible.
Well, she actually really wants to do another one. So.
Okay, well, it's been too long.
Oh.
I am no longer interested in watching a new Legally Blonde. I am over that.
I've never been interested in watching Legally Blonde.
I like the first
Wait
one.
a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
What?
Fix that camera screen and I'll explain.
Okay.
That came out just a little pervy.
Of course it did.
I've never been interested in watching a Legally Blonde.
Yeah. I heard you.
Yeah. We all heard you.
Bane voice.
Yeah. Yeah, so moving on.
Moving on. Wonder Woman, where I simply put nope.
Nope.
We absolutely hated.
I might watch it.
It hurt my eyes.
It was horrible. I hated it.
And Lupin
I was
shit is in the middle of
expecting.
people's faces.
That was the only thing that I liked.
I
between
was-
that and that movie Superman.
I was expecting to go in because they said, "Oh, this is the best DC movie that came out so far." I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be slightly okay. Like I wasn't expecting it to be perfect. They said, "Oh, it's better than the worst Marvel film." It's not. It's not. It's horrible. I hate it. I hate it.
I give them credit, I guess, for not making it as bad as the rest of the DC movies.
Yeah.
Batman
It
versus
was
Superman.
still pretty bad, but
It's horrible.
It
I
didn't
wish-
make me cry.
I wish they had delved more
Wait, what made you
into.
cry?
Watching Man of Steel made me cry.
Oh.
Halfway through, when I realized there was another half to the movie I had to sit through.
I would never watch the Director's Cut or whatever Batman vs Superman. It's like over 3 hours long.
I did. I had to watch
Hey
it.
guys,
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to talk about Wonder Woman.
My next movie I didn't know was coming out at all. They're making a Bob's Burgers movie. Which I'm like, what? And I'd be okay with this maybe.
I think that could work. Bob's Burgers lends itself a little more to less nonsense than Family Guy does, so there's more chance of like a cohesive story, kind of like what they did with the Simpsons movie, just a little bit. But maybe
I don't know if it's going to be animated or live action.
It
didn't
better
really
be
say.
animated. I do not.
It just said
I don't want H. John Benjamin with a really bad mustache and like a bald spot. And I don't know. It wouldn't translate well.
all I read on IMDb when I was looking through them. It said a movie based on the cartoon of the same name, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what that means.
It's probably going to be animated.
It better be animated.
Well, I don't know. There's a couple things coming up on my list that should be animated, and it's being turned into a live action movie.
I love Dan Mintz, who plays TNT, is my favorite character. So I would really love to see like a big screen adaptation, because a lot of the nonsense that she does translates to us very well.
Yes. There's one thing I know with the handful of episodes of Bob's Burgers that I've caught is that we're essentially Tina.
Yeah. I don't know how to be a normal person. Did you lock up the restaurant? Yes. With the customer still inside? I don't know.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 3.
Oh,
Yeah, they're still going forward with that for some reason.
just end it. Just
Yeah,
pull the
just
trigger on it,
stop.
man. Avada Kedavra or some shit. Obliviate. Just get rid of it. Just out of mind.
Yeah. The first one was okay.
I didn't even watch that one.
I did. We watched it in theaters. My mother had no idea what was happening.
So why did she go?
I don't think I can sit through it.
I don't know. It's just like she hadn't watched like one of the Harry Potter. I don't know why I'm gesturing over there. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm
down
like-
there. One of the Harry Potters since like I think the last one she watched was Goblet of Fire, and then we went and watched Half-Blood Prince in theaters.
You skipped over an entire movie.
And like she's like, so Snape's a bad guy, and I'm like, no.
No. But even then, like,
She had no idea what was
Don't get me on this rant.
I know. I'm sorry I brought it back.
It's all in context, and actually, by that point, even then, when the whole big thing happens, and this is like not even a spoiler because it's like 10 years old now.
I kind of wanted to bring up the story of watching it in the theater.
Don't do it. He's sad.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the sadness in his eyes. He doesn't want to do it. In the book, she literally writes, he says coldly, like, flick of his wrist, and then Which again, that's another thing separating out in the
This is saved for another video.
yeah. Like it's good.
We'll get back to this some other day.
Never.
Never.
Uh
But I didn't watch the second one because I didn't like what they were doing because they were rewriting a lot of the lore to fit the movie. And I'm all like,
oh, you mean the thing she always does?
yeah, that thing she does that she should really just stop.
She needs to stop everything.
She needs
Take
to
away
ju-
her Twitter.
She needs to go
Take
away.
away her everything. Just
Not saying murder, J.K. Rowling,
just
but
put
like,
her in a box.
just can we just set her aside and never hear from her ever again? That sounds
Lock her in a
horrible.
box
another-
and throw away the key.
oblivion. Just
Yeah. Just
Lock her in a box and throw away
forget
the
she
key.
exists.
take away her ability to use Twitter.
Yeah.
And
But literally, I was like, literally, first time I watched the trailer, and like immediately people apparate into Hogwarts, and I was all like, that doesn't work. That's not how that works. And then, for some reason, Dumbledore teaching Defense Against the Dark Arts, where he had always been the Transfiguration teacher in the past.
Yep.
Like in other movies, but apparently he got put to that position for as punishment.
Of course, the movies do have a history of doing that anyway. They do stupid shit
And there was
sometimes.
and then they did some other weird timeline things that doesn't make any sense to anything.
the fact that McGonagall is in Dumbledore's
Yeah.
class when she's not supposed to be.
Yeah, I think she was already a teacher, wasn't she? Yeah, she's a teacher in that they kind of talk about.
Yeah, and she's supposed to like not even be born yet.
Yeah,
So
because she
blame that.
I think we figured this out. She was around Voldemort's age, either slightly younger or slightly older, didn't we?
Think so. She's like -16 in Fantastic Beasts is
Yeah.
how it was figured out.
It's-
That movie takes place like 16 years before she's even supposed to be born.
Yeah. So once again, they ruin lore.
Yep. A lot of people flamed it Nagini. I didn't even like that. Didn't even register with all the other nonsense. They were
No,
going
I
on. Like,
didn't much care for that. Well, I didn't much care for that. I was fine with that because it's an interesting concept.
Yeah. But people are like, yeah, that's not how that works.
But it's but also at the
But everyone
same.
else is like applauding everything else, and I'm like, you monkeys.
But also, it's something that did that really need to be a thing? Like, did we really need that to be a thing?
I think so. I like it. I like that part, and mostly because that actually makes a lot of the other stuff that does happen make sense a little bit.
A little bit, I
Sometimes.
guess.
Like, especially with the way that the movies tweak things every now and again and fix some things. But that wasn't, like, everyone flamed at that, but they didn't flame at any of the other stuff being, like, erased.
Or changed and ruined and not being in consistency with the rest of the movies.
Yeah. It's just very annoying. And that's why I have not watched any of these.
I watched the first one. I think I actually sat down to try to watch the second one. And I got all of a couple seconds in.
I can't do it.
All right,
You Johnny Depp.
that was my. Oh yeah, I forgot that was kind of a real that pissed me off. I'm like, because I got to the point where I'm just done
Yeah.
with Johnny Depp
Yeah.
completely.
That's about where I see Ryan Reynolds going.
All right, then I went into we can either jump to video games or we can jump to movies, not movies, TV shows. That I
Probably do
jumped
video
down.
games since I don't see a lot of TV shows coming up lately.
All right. Well, I like I said, I looked up things.
Yeah, but I have no inclination to watch any TV shows. I'm kind of done with TV.
Except for
What we do.
Yeah, but that's not like season 2 is coming out. We're gonna watch it. Like that's
Season 2 of What We Do in the Shadows is eventually coming out. Please tell me when it's going to actually come out. I need to know.
well, usually they do these like as an annual release, so you have to wait.
Sometimes it's annual, and then sometimes it's weird, and they jump to a completely different, like, I'm used to Peaky Blinders, and it comes out really weird.
Yeah, you shouldn't use Peaky Blinders.
I want to watch Peaky Blinders again.
Enough of the Peaky Blinders, I swear to God. I'm gonna give you Peaky Blinders if you don't quit. But so as far as video games go, we talked about the big one.
The big one.
The only one that matters.
I wanted to make a penis joke, and I'm holding it back about the big one.
If you must.
No, I'm holding it back.
He's
But
holding
yeah.
back the big one.
Resident Evil 3.
Yes.
With our favorite boy.
This is my chance to point out, fuck you, scalpers. I hate scalpers so much. I've been screwed. I wanted the pretty edition, and I don't get to have the pretty edition.
All
so
right.
fuck the scalpers. But on that note, I just did the thing where you find the Easter egg, and then I failed horribly at the demo. But we're excited. It's gonna be great. I as we discussed, I'm kind of scared, but I'm mostly just super excited. Good day.
Good day. There's a new Animal Crossing coming out.
Is there?
Yeah. Which I'm slightly interested in, except next to it I wrote, I don't have a Switch.
Yeah.
All the Animal Crossings are kind of the same. If you've got one, you got them all.
True.
I've still got one for the DS that's like, it suits me very well.
I really like playing Animal Crossing.
They also have one for the phone.
Yeah.
So,
well, they had the weird app, but it didn't really do anything.
oh no, there's like an actual
Yeah,
Animal
there's
Crossing.
Oh, there's actual
Yeah.
animal now?
Yeah, it's like,
Oh.
so like, I don't really see the point. Like ugh.
Yeah. All right, and then the only other, well, kind of only other, there's one more, like, well, there's two more, like, honorable mentions.
Honorable?
Not really honorable. Apparently there's a new Predator game coming out.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No,
Yeah.
because I don't pay attention.
Yeah,
To be
there
fair,
is.
you, somehow, with all the time I spend on the internet, you get everything spoiled for you, and I get nothing.
It's because you don't follow actual shit.
Yeah.
I don't
I
follow actual shit.
Yeah.
I follow...
But see, that's also how you miss out on some things.
I know.
Like the
I
Predator
even
video
knew about the
game.
new
Yeah.
Predator game.
I'm
That's
really
been all over the
excited.
Xboxes. Maybe if you would stop spending time looking at Micah, you would have known.
I feel cool. Hey, I've only been looking at Micah for the past 2 days. Also, I felt shame in my chest. Like, you know that weird prickle feeling that you get in, like, the center of your chest when you feel guilty about something?
Yeah.
Why have you made me feel like this?
Because no one should be attracted to Micah.
Apparently
The
people
pot
are.
belly. Like,
I'm not... I'm not physically attracted to Micah.
but also,
I'm attracted to his... How do I say this? Like, character? No, that's not
ew.
hard.
No, he's a dick.
He
So
is
that
a dick.
From day one, he was a dick.
Yeah, and I hated him, and then I did an oopsie. I don't know how the oopsie happened, but it happened. Okay? The same thing happened
How
with
people get
Dutch.
pregnant.
By accidentally falling in love with a... No, not falling in love. Like,
One moment of weakness is all it takes. And then suddenly you're having babies.
Alright, well,
Babies and pump babies and pump babies.
Babies with
No.
pot bellies.
stop. That's what I heard, too. Stop making me feel guilty.
Pot belly
I
babies.
feel guilty enough as is.
Well, feel guilty. You could have kept that to yourself when I was naming off all the people that
Well,
like
to
you
be fair,
weren't attracted
I
to.
didn't say anything, and you're like, you're not attracted to Micah, and then I just kind of went...
No, you're like, well, and I was like, no. This literally, I just found this out today, and I feel like this is a person I don't know. I don't know this person anymore.
I read a fan fiction.
Of course you did.
I feel like I'm at an intervention. I read a fan fiction, and he wasn't portrayed in an absolutely horrible light. And I'm like, you know what? There's nothing to read. Maybe I'll read a Micah story. And I read a Micah story, and I'm like, I don't hate Micah anymore. What happened? And now I want to go back and replay the game and
Just to
see.
hate Micah again?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can actually get myself to hate him, and it's only like...
Well, that's okay. It'll take just like the first interaction you have with him.
I know,
He's a
because
dick.
that's what I hated him
Like,
originally.
I don't like Arthur, but like, dude,
Well,
Dick Central.
but, what was I saying? Because sometimes I just like characters, like reading about characters in fan fictions, and sometimes it's an actual, like, eventually I like the character. I mean, look at, I like Dutch now.
You didn't like Dutch before? I like Dutch.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Dutch is an okay character. He just went off the rails, and then he...
Yeah.
I didn't really like him. Like, he was an okay character, and then, like, my second playthrough, somehow I became attracted to him.
Yikes. We've gone way far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, can we cut this?
No. You need to feel that shame forever and always.
How about we just cut where I feel that? I feel the shame inside!
No. Shame.
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 Shame. Alright, now that we've shamed me.
We have... I suppose we should talk about Final Fantasy VII at some
Hold
point.
on! I'm still with the Predator thing, and then we got distracted by Micah.
Well, what is there to talk about the Predator?
I hope they don't use dumb lore.
They probably will.
I really don't want the dumb... I don't
They
own
made
the dumb lore.
They made an official movie
Yeah, well,
that had dumb lore. So now, by association, it's going to have dumb lore.
I hate the new movie.
Like, there's a chance you're not even going to play it.
I want to play it though because I like playing.
Have you seen trailers for it?
No,
Actually, looks pretty neat.
I'm not looking at anything. So.
No, the screen went dim.
All right.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Well, you need to be more. You know, I'm not good with words or thoughts.
I was pointing to the pad and
Well,
moving
I
my
just
finger.
thought you pointing to the camera.
Moving my finger.
And I figured you were yelling at me because I wasn't looking
I
at
don't have
it.
a limp wrist.
Or
I would have
do-
pointed up there. Just point at the pad. Anywho.
All right. And then the only other thing I have on here is please give me information about the new Fable game and the new Elder Scroll game. Just a little bit.
Nah.
Just a little.
We're never gonna get it.
I know.
So, anywho, so we're probably also going to pre-order Final Fantasy VII. That'll be, the playthrough will go up at some point. It's probably going to be a long-ass game.
I have never played any of the Final Fantasies.
Well, there you go. It'll be your first chance to look at it.
That's a lie. I played the first couple seconds of Final Fantasy X.
Joy.
Boy.
But no, Final Fantasy VII is another one of those games that I was super hyped for. It got put on the back burner now because, Nemesis.
Yeah.
But from what I see from it, it looks interesting. So we'll move forward with it. I'm not too keen on them recasting people, but we'll see. I like this little expanded thing that they got going on, and you'll be able to finally watch and maybe get some stuff. And then when you watch the movie, it won't be like, what the fuck is going on? I just hit myself in the mouth.
I saw that. Thank God no one watches us.
So yeah, there's that.
All right. So things, TV shows kind of coming out. We got.
This wasn't a section that I even knew we were going to be doing.
Yeah.
Well, you told me things that are coming out, so I like what's coming out next year.
Your brain's.
No, I like just fucking scrolled through the internet. The new Lord of the Rings show's coming out from Amazon, I believe. I'm not interested at all.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly go through this.
Probably should.
House of Dragons, which is the new Game of Thrones spinoff that they're having, which I'm not interested in at all. They're making a live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I'm also not interested in at all. Yeah, I think it is Netflix. Yeah. Then I put any Game of Thrones spinoff. I'm not interested at all.
Right.
They're
Snowpiercer.
doing a Walking Dead spinoff.
Another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one cares.
No.
They made I think it's out already, but it was,
What?
I saw conflicting things of whether it was out or not. Snowpiercer, they made a movie. Well, it was a movie. It has Chris Evans in it. You're just like, okay.
I have no idea what's going on. I lost control of my life.
But
they're making.
they made a TV show about it, I guess. I've heard of Snowpiercer.
The
That's
only
about it.
TV show I know that's coming out is The Witcher.
Oh, yeah.
So
Witcher.
it
No one
just
cares
came
about
out
that.
yesterday.
You mean like
today.
the rest of these projects that are we have no point in this section at all?
Falcon
None?
and Bucky, or in fact, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I just put Bucky because fuck saying his actual name. That's coming out. They're remaking The Stand as a TV show,
Yeah, I saw that.
and I'm not sure about
The
that.
Child's Play show.
I don't know if that's actually coming out.
It is.
Cowboy Bebop, which
That
I'm not
needs to-
interested
yeah, that
in.
needs to
Literally, oh yeah, I forgot they're killing my favorite anime one by one.
This is why I didn't even plan on a TV show section because it's all don't care. That's dumb.
They're making a Miss Marvel.
Yep.
They're making a Dune TV show
Of course they are, and everyone's gonna be
called Dune Sisterhood.
traveling dunes.
Literally, all I have is ... question mark
Sisterhood of the Traveling Dunes.
They're making Moon Knight, which is a Marvel property. In case you didn't know, he's getting, I guess, a show.
Yeah.
She-Hulk is getting a show.
Yeah, that was okay. So we will talk about that one for a second. That was one where people were like, oh, they'll get around, like they can use Hulk more, and I'm like, okay, but can we actually focus on She-Hulk? I like She-Hulk. Like if China were still alive, I would have preferred her to play She-Hulk. And that's about it.
All right.
It's a Chris Pine.
It's a Chris Pine. The remake Animaniacs is coming out.
Yep. With the
Another
same
thing
voice
I
cast.
won't be watching.
No.
And then apparently they're making Dark Tower into a TV show.
Yeah.
Jackie Earle Haley's in it, you know. Michael Rooker's going to be in the television show.
Why? Why?
This section needs to end.
My life needs to end.
Section needs to end.
My life needs to end.
This was not part of the plan.
Everything was part of the plan.
This was not part of the plan.
Listen, you called me out on liking Micah now. I'm doing this. I'm making you sit through this. To be fair, my list is done.
It's probably not going to make it in the video, though, because there was nothing of substance.
There was not.
Soiled it! Pointless.
Soiled it.
So, hopefully, though, as we move on to music...
I have nothing on the list of music.
Well, that's my point, though, is that music is starting to go up a little bit.
I don't pay attention to music.
So, well...
Other than the fact that My Chemical Romance decided to have a tour and then have nowhere I could go to.
Nowhere near
in time.
less.
In time. We just need to be thankful that Gerard Way is healthy.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for that boy to be healthy.
Oh, that's something I didn't bring up in TV.
Yeah!
I forgot about Umbrella Academy again. Umbrella Academy. When's that coming out?
Who knows?
There's nothing.
I know!
Which sucks.
But yeah, music is starting to go up. And I've got a few artists that I like. I would like to point out this public service announcement, though, that please check on Lana Del Rey. She scares me sometimes. She's dating a guy from Live PD. But like the older guy that has like the Shawn Michaels voice.
Oof.
Yeah, not good. So check on Lana Del Rey.
What'd she do? What happened to her?
She's dating someone who...
Well, all of her music is just very depressing, and then she disappears for a bit, and just check on Lana Del Rey.
I'm
also,
worried about her.
Check on Post Malone, because he's not doing too well either. He's kind of... like,
every
every music video, he dies. Check on him, too.
I'm worried about...
he's headlining Dick Clark's New Year's Eve this year.
Nobody talks about that, because Dick Clark is dead. He died forever ago. So it went downhill after that. Nobody gave Mariah Carey her tea. Her voice was shit. That's what she blamed it on, was that there was no tea. You got robots kissing and all sorts of bad stuff.
I'm so fucking confused.
You should be. But yeah, it's not a good time. It's not how I choose to ring in my new year anymore. I choose to ring my new year looking at the back of my eyelids.
Is this how you felt when I was talking about TV shows?
Yeah. Yeah, no. The Rocket New Year, not good. But but it is starting to go up. They've got a few... They've gotten out of that like gray area of where everything sounds gross and poppy, at least on the radio.
Toxic was on again.
Of course it was. It always is. But they keep...
one of our biggest hits.
They're making things sound a little better. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting soft in my old age. But I'm starting to like a few more things. I ended up liking a couple songs from a couple artists this year that I didn't think I was going to like. There were a couple, like Dua Lipa. I didn't think I was going to like her, but I like a couple of her songs. There was another one. Her name was Sigrid? Is that her name? I don't know.
I don't listen to music.
But they've got... there's a few old okay songs out there right now that like otherwise my phone was dominated by the same songs that I listened to in high school.
Yeah, that's what I listened to.
With a few like...
Unless you count all the times where my door is open and I hear my grandma listening to Star 104 because my grandma is more hip than I am.
The last time I had really like turned on a radio was like 2013. Other than that, I got very few new songs. This year I started to get more, and I hope to roll that into 2020. But so I have a couple things that I am looking forward to aside from like the normal people. There's my friend Demon there. He's got a album coming out in February 20th.
You looked it up so you could have it.
So I could have the appropriate date, yeah, because we got sidetracked with a movie earlier, really good movie. And so it fucked up my timeline a little bit.
My eyes just did something really weird.
Did it? Because I don't think anyone saw it.
I know, but like one eye went over, but my other eye was still focused here. And so I had to refocus my vision, and that's why I made a really weird face.
They do that sometimes.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But obviously,
it's like when I look at a pattern, and the pattern comes out towards me, and I'm like, what's happening?
That's called an optical illusion, dear child.
I know, I don't like it, though.
But I don't think a lot of people have heard the stuff yet, but this one's a little more heartfelt than some of his other stuff. And then, of course, he's got the amalgamation with 9 Stitch Method, which is Seavol. I had to message him to ask him what the proper pronunciation was of that, and I probably still butchered it. But their first track, Revolution, is out, so that was it's a pretty fun track. It gets your blood going. So I hope that does really well this upcoming year. His star is rising, so continue to rise.
Like ours isn't.
That's okay though,
We're never gonna rise.
because look at this. Look at this group. But on top, there's like again, I got into Post Malone. I got into a couple other people. I lost a couple artists this year. I had to wipe Pink out of existence almost.
Was this the year that you wiped Panic?
At the disco? Oh yeah.
The disco out?
Bet your buns I did. Well, actually no, he's on that list of artists that are dead. So after a certain point they die.
Like Gwen Stefani.
And they're yeah, Gwen Stefani's
Katy
dead.
Perry.
Katy Perry died.
Aw.
Yeah.
Pink died, and now like she also didn't exist.
Aw.
Kelly Clarkson didn't exist. Who else has died?
I don't listen to
Didn't
Eminem
Hillary Duff
anymore.
die to you? A
What?
long time ago. Hillary Duff.
I never listened to Hillary Duff.
No, that's...
Britney Spears.
Okay, no, with Britney Spears,
Oh.
she didn't die. She just went on vacation because she came back and she's doing okay. But like she's another one. We should have checked on her a little more. She wouldn't have been having a bad time.
I was gonna look at something at my phone and I don't remember what it was. Oh, I remember. I was gonna see how Cats is doing.
Why?
It's doing terrible.
I know.
Horrible. Nothing but bad reviews.
Well, as it should.
Yeah.
It's because we were talking about Panic at the Disco, and I thought, oh yeah, I remember we kind of ended him when he did that thing with Taylor Swift.
Oh, I ended it before that.
I ended it with Taylor Swift.
I
But
ended
then
it
I thought
before that
about Cats.
He kind of pissed me off with his comments about like the stuff before was never really what he wanted to do.
Really?
I'm like, dude,
Someone do it
Like-
in the first.
Anyways, 19 Rotten Tomato.
good. Should be lower.
Yeah, it should.
Should be
Should be
lower.
like a 5 or
Um,
2.
So yeah, but then we have the resurrection of My Chemical Romance. So,
Please come nearby.
or at least just put out a CD.
Yeah.
We'll listen to a CD.
I think
we'll
it's-
make a video of listening to if My Chemical Romance puts out a new CD. We'll order it and then it'll arrive and then we'll spend a video listening to it and discussing why we need more My Chemical Romance. Because to date, My Chemical Romance is the only artist.
That you like
Artists.
everything about almost?
Pretty much, they haven't done anything yet that pissed me off. Like Green Day did it, and that was a big thing. Like when
Yeah.
Green Day did it, because
I remember.
that was my thing.
That was
And
your
then
band.
They Neon Trees too. We don't talk about what Neon Trees did.
What about Killers?
No, I mean the Killers are still fine, but like also like
I don't know. The Killers got it. They got
they're-
ruined for me.
They're okay. So their music it's kind of like a slinky. Like it's like up and then it's down. It's up and then
In
it's down.
between. Yeah.
Because like sometimes they do really good, and then other times they go twangy, or they just do weird stuff.
They got forced down my throat a little too hard. I think it's kind of weird that I totally go and suffer through actual go like their concert because
You would suffer through a lot
Loud
of your,
music.
Yeah, well, you would suffer through some of your sensory issues just to.
loud music, bright lights, large groups of people.
If we ever actually went, it would be just like Devil's Carnival all over again, where we'd be like, it's Terrence.
And then the person we're with not knowing who that was.
Yeah, good time. Who's this bigger person? We're like, what? You leave him alone. And then of course the people in front and like the high fives, and we're like in unison.
That and the noise we made when they came out.
So that's what that would be like.
But yeah, because Dolores always was like, "Oh, I need to take you to this." I think she wanted to take me to an Avril Lavigne concert. I think. No, Evanescence. Evanescence was what she wanted to
What
take
was
me
that
to.
first name you said?
Avril Lavigne. I said it wrong. I know.
Avril.
I say everything wrong. Okay.
Yeah, but you said agrol.
Eh,
Livable.
leave me alone.
Aggregate.
But
like,
she also fell asleep during the
Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
yeah, that.
That's something I won't go to. People ruin that for me.
'Cause
Especially.
she wanted me to go to that with her, and I'm like, dude, yeah, let me go to the flashing light show.
Yeah, people with that one, like they would do like the Christmas lights and they would time it to that one song. And I got so sick of that song. And then of course I'm not fond of like, I don't know why Carol of the Bells has to be this like big production with like every artist that covers it.
I don't know.
I just want a simple, like, I find it funny that Carol of the Bells never has anything to do with bells.
I don't like any Christmas music, so.
Carol of the Bells shouldn't really even be a Christmas song. It's actually a really good song. And people fucked it over.
Because when I went to the mall the other day, all they were playing Christmas. And I'm just like,
You're just not listening to the right Christmas music. There's some pretty okay Christmas music out there that's not Christmassy. Like, overly Christmassy. Like, it's got the feeling of Christmas without it being like, oh, let's kiss under the mistletoe. And, dear God, Mom's cheating on Dad with Santa Claus. And Santa Claus, please come down my chimney. That kind of thing. Like, that's just gross.
and so that's what we're not looking forward to / looking forward to, mostly not looking forward to, because God, so much horrible things.
We decided to do this, and then as we got through it, I was like, ooh.
That's coming. Ugh.
That's not a lot of good stuff.
Literally, there are 3 things.
Yeah,
Like, I think it was only like 3 things movie-wise, and not even movie and TV, not even, just movie and like...
There was like maybe like 4 or 5 things in total.
Yeah, there was not a lot with everything that's coming.
Yeah, no, there was like at least one or two from each category, but other than that, except for TV shows, even if it makes it in, it might make it in, but there just wasn't a lot.
There was not.
A lot of things to even look forward to.
I really wish good things were happening, but good things are not happening.
Yeah. On that note,
maybe eventually maybe it'll be like, we have a couple things we watched and hated originally, but maybe something like that will happen. I doubt it, but maybe.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get another Nightmare on Elm Street, so hopefully that goes better, and we can keep this positive energy going to next year. It's probably not gonna
positive
happen.
energy.
It's probably gonna suck.
In other news that kind of goes with the new year coming, we're gonna try to get more videos out at a more regular pace and actually edit down our playthroughs and get them out.
That way, like, if you watch the highlight reel, you can be like, hey, that was in the highlight reel. Like, it'll be like condensed versions of...
And you might get some context.
Maybe. No.
Never. When do we have context?
I mean, I just made a reference the last time in the Resident Evil demo, and I was like, you'll get that later. Probably not.
Was that in the part that we accidentally got destroyed?
No.
I know, but that was just kind of a joke.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I mentioned that, too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
there's that huge portion where it was, like, fucking 3 to 4 hours of us playing through that we fucking lost.
The whole second half of
and it's
Claire.
fucking Twitch's fault.
And it was great. Like, there was some good content there, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. To be fair...
It's lost.
Yeah, it's lost, friends.
Lost to the end of time. I hate that Twitch does that. I get they don't have the way
capacity.
To host it. Yeah,
although if we were farther into our, people liking us and actually having followers, they would stick around for a lot longer.
Yeah. But
we're not.
we don't do this for the notoriety, apparently.
I just want friends.
Yeah, friends would be nice.
Friends
we're not
would
friends.
Be very nice.
We just happen to be acquaintances that.
What are you talking about? We're the same person.
We're acquaintances under each other.
We're the same person.
We're the same person. They're gonna know about the multi-dimensions, so I don't want that to happen.
Multiverse.
Yeah, that shit. So on that note, we will leave you. With this video for the end of the year.
Yep.
Who knows when it'll come out? It'll probably be the very last day of the year.
Probably. All right. Well, off we go.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I knew you were gonna do that.